Okay fellas, just walking in here to see if we've got anything. Remember, this soil was ploughed up a couple of years ago. I know. Oh, some of these things, they stand up when they're in different situations. Well, that's interesting. Oh, look how red they are down there. We're getting that. It doesn't look as red in the monitor as it is in real life, but that may be different when I get home. As I said, it may actually be different. So, just thought I might take a walk through here. Now there's no sunlight in this area, it'll be a good check. Oh, there's some more of these weeds in there. I'll have to start learning some of these, keying out some of these so-called, in quotes, plantains and echiums and things like that, because some of them may not actually be what to which I'm referring. And in some of these so-called top-notch petrolization sites that we go to every now and again. But yeah, and there's the reservoir over there in the distance there, and it's quite a large reservoir, and as I said before, it was constructed, or I think we should say, I think it's finished in 1897, 1 year before the so-called Black Silk article was published in, was it Home and Garden? One of those classical journals of yesteryear, of the time. In the days when ecological monographs was called Botanical World, I've forgotten now. I'd have to look it up. But we get these little spots here. You could get the odd glid or something like that growing in one of these spots. But I just thought we'll test the activity of these leaves and see what they're like. They're sort of a greeny glaucous. Oh yeah, quite. We'll have to see. Oh, and another Hardenbergia violacea. Oh, it looks more blue in the monitor here, but when I took the screenshots out of the one the other day, it looked, you know, pretty fantastic. So there could have been the disconcerting factor. Anyway, I've got 4 more minutes on here, so after making an executive decision. It was just one of those drive-in things from Sewercap, I think it was, even though it was rather nice sunlight. It's on YouTube, you can look it up, but I don't think you're going to get any nice screenshots out of it, because it's gone to the ether. Anyway, now this was a bit swampy on the downslope last time we came, and I think I'm going to try and get, see, yeah, everyone's going solar. Went to the top of Halloran Hill Shopping Centre. Even the Chinese restaurant had about more than you would expect on the roof. It had about, what was it? Oh, about 15, I think it had, about 15 solar panels. I could be wrong there, so don't quote me on that. It had more than the average number anyway, put it that way, that you expect on that size roof. So, probably because they could afford to put in more. But everyone's going solar. So, you know, by the time they start to pull out all their organ stops and stuff, it's already be a done deal. Aussies would have already sorted the situation out and said, basically, F you. We're going to deal with climate change whether you like it or not, you know. You want to stuff around and have these giant commercial places where we have absolutely no say in the generation and or stoppage thereof, you know, like we just flip the switch in half the state just turns off because they're in disgust. You can't really do that on a commercial plant, and I think we've worked that out. We want more say in the climate change, and we're going to make sure we get more say in the climate change because we're all going privately solar, basically. And that is a good shot. I don't know if I can get that for you, but that would be worth zooming in on there. Whoops, sorry, too fast am I? What am I up to? Oh, that's 400, sorry. It's 200, isn't it? Oh, hang on, I'm looking at the wrong scale. Sorry, fellas. Looking at the wrong scale. 172, 184, 196, that's good enough. That's basically what I'm seeing with my eyes, sort of thing. So, yeah, anyway. I thought you'd like that. You might want to look at the reservoir. Apparently that was used to be a swamp in there, which they converted to this reservoir in, well, by 1897. So, you know, that was pretty full on back in those days, I would have thought, putting in a reservoir of that size back then. And you can see historical photographs online of them, you know, building the wall and everything. But apparently there are buildings or stuff apparently submerged in there, because there's a bit of a, oh, you know, what do you call a little, I think a little country town or something, sort of thing, you know, a shop, a post office, that sort of thing, you know, and the odd house here and there, I think, which I believe is under the wall. I could be wrong about this, but that's what I've been told anyway, by people who have had families in the area. So anyway, I'm about to run out in about a minute's time, but there are 480p clips up online of sort of tentatively walking in there, and hopefully if I do some more Google research, we'll go back there in 1080p and go further and maybe hunt out a few more you know, choicer sites in there if I can find them, sort of thing. But okay, can't check on that. Gee, this camera really does good work in low light conditions, so you know, I could be going all day, I reckon, over in the Stirling Ranges. And yeah, well, actually 17 seconds on the card. Quickly, can we cross the creek line? Oh, good check on the, and that's more blue. It's purple in real life, but it's blue in the screen, so that'll be a good check, I would say. Oh, 4 seconds to go. Bugger.